Previously on the Ultimate Iron Man series. After completing the goal of getting any sigil from the corporeal beast, we returned to our goal of becoming the first Ultimate Iron Man to complete all Grandmaster combat achievements. If you want more context than that, consider going back and watching the series, I guess, right? Hey, you can't just plug your own series. Hey, nobody asked you. So yeah, we're starting off with 30 career in one trip. Okay, bye. Alright, so we got our KC again. We've only got 100 Aviantes left on the task, which means we can only kill 25 cycles of the boss before our task runs out. So I think I might like keep a couple minions alive here and there to see if we can extend that to 30, if we even get that far. But I'm pretty sure we're going to need some nice RNG to help us do that, so probably won't even get that anyway. But I'm going to try regardless. I did manage to bring like a couple extra restores this trip because I put the occult necklace in the looting bag, so our blood barrages won't be as effective, but that's okay because we got a prayer potion for it in exchange. I think if we do this enough times, we'll eventually get the 30 kill trip. So I guess with that, let's go ahead and pot up and head on in there. Well, I didn't record what just happened, and now I'm all out of brews, but we're good on restores, I guess. It's so funny how the trip can be going so well and then just all of a sudden not going well anymore. Yep. That is it. Didn't get the RNG that we needed. That was a 9 kill trip, I think. Pretty bad. Although I did learn something. As you can see in this clip of the boss, we are using the shield flick method with the ultimate goal of increasing our defenses in the hopes of reducing the damage from the boss and the minions. But apparently, and it took me over 100 KC to realize this, I have been doing this method wrong this whole time. As you can see here, I'm shooting the boss from underneath the boss, which ejects me from being underneath the boss, so the boss can attack me. Once I get the range XP drop, I'm running back under the boss, and then I'm equipping my crystal shield. However, this is wrong. What I'm supposed to do is the second that I get the range XP drop, I'm supposed to equip the shield and then run underneath the boss. So for over 100 KC of going for this 30 kills in one trip task, I actually have been doing it wrong this whole time. So it's no wonder that I haven't been able to do it, because I'm not even doing the method right. So I will carry this into the future with me, and hopefully it'll make a big difference. So yeah, that's a good thing to figure out. Alright, so we went ahead and completed the rest of the task on the little guys. If there were ever a time to get the Slayer Cape perk to proc, now would be it. Damn it. Okay, well, we went ahead and used up like most of our Slayer points, so I think we're gonna change gears a little bit here. We still got 3 out of 7 on Commander Ziliana and 4 out of 8 on General Gardor. I think I'm gonna go ahead and try and complete these off task. It's definitely possible. I already got the 50 KC in one trip, but I didn't have the privately rented instance unlocked at the time, so that one did not register as complete, but we can go ahead and complete some of these ones. Alright, so first up, we're gonna be doing some bandos. I have 12,000 soul runes sitting in the rune pouch here, and in order to do like efficient Commander Ziliana, I'd have to like sell those soul runes because I'm kind of cramped for inventory space, because I kind of want to have Bones to Peaches runes in the rune pouch for that. So instead, we're going to use up the soul runes doing something else instead of selling them. And the one thing that comes to mind right now is Mage Bandos. I feel like I've showed this like 20 times already, but we have to get 15 kills in a privately rented instance, which should not be too hard with this method. We'll also have to do 2 perfect kills without taking any damage. I don't know how hard that's going to be. It might just come incidentally. And the 250 KC, which is like 14 kills away from where we're at right now. So hopefully this won't be like too much of a problem. If you're curious how Mage Bandos works on an Ultimate Iron Man, feel free to go back and watch episode number 52 where I do that. Otherwise, I suppose it's time to go on in. And for those of you who didn't watch the video where we did all the Bandos that we did, we actually did end up getting like every single Bandos unique except for the Bandos boots, which is actually something that I want to get in this account, because if you look in the looting bag here, you'll see that there's a dragon 2-handed sword, and the D2H plus the Bandos boots form a master stash unit that I want to get filled out. It's not like a necessary thing or anything, but I kind of like getting that kind of stuff done. So sometimes you get the boss and the melee minions stacked up on the same tile, and you can barrage them both. And right now there's 3 of them stacked up on the same tile, because we got the major there too, so I can blood barrage like the entire stack and just like destroy them. Plus I'm getting like super healed, so it's like, this is like the best case scenario. Hey, we got the 250 KC thing. Forgot that was coming up. That's pretty nice. We're like 10 kills into the trip right now. We're all out of food though, so I might not get the 15 kill in one trip task completed. We have like a shitload of prayer potions left, so I guess we should bring less of those and more food if we don't get it this trip. No. Oh, damn. We got the task complete. That is 266 KC. Org killer, 15 kills in one trip. I'm like all out of food, so I'm probably just gonna teleport. I think I just chanced it right there, but that's okay. Yeah, that feels good, dude. We're using a lot more food than I remember using. I think I'm probably just a bit rusty. But yeah, so all we got left is these 2 Grandmaster tasks for like doing perfect kills. I think for those ones though, you're gonna have to be doing the range method because the mage method is just so inconsistent. It really depends on you hitting the freezes, and I only have like 45% accuracy for landing the ice barrage. So I did start collecting some addy ore so we can make diamond bolts E. We can go back and try our luck with the range method because I think that's a lot more consistent and we'll be able to get those tasks pretty easily. All right, so I just got done with a bit of corrupted gauntlet, trying to get some diamonds for these adamant ore so we can make diamond bolts E so we can do some range bandos. However, it just occurred to me that if we go to this thing, we have a lot of Volcano to do because I haven't done like any of that on this account. And Volcano drops both addy ore, addy bars, and diamonds. So that'll give us a lot of ammunition to get these bandos Grandmaster tasks done. So I'm gonna go ahead and do some Volcano for a bit. I think this might actually be our first ever KC. Oh, what? I guess we're at 50? I guess we did do this a while back. I guess that means we got 100 KC to go for the combat achievement completion. For the task to get some Tephra. Geez, 7 Dragonstones, man. That's like a super good drop. Spurned Hero. Deal the most damage to the boss, and I did it in the mass world because I am a good Volcano killer. It's not like I have 99 runecrafting or anything. Damn, 75 addy ore. Hey, our first diamond drop. 5 uncut diamonds. Honestly, I thought it was going to be way more. Hopefully that's just like a lower end of the drop quantity. Oh yeah. Perfect Volcano. 5 consecutive kills without doing anything wrong. The last thing we need to do is get 150 KC here and as much addy ore and addy bars and diamonds as we can. 2 diamonds? Jesus, this is not very good. Whoa. Are you kidding me? We just got that? Ooh. All right. Was not expecting to get that. Crystal Tool Seed. Wow. Isn't that like a 1 in 250? There was like 20 people in there. So we rolled the thing and then we rolled on us. Yeah, that is pretty cool. I wonder if I can attach that to the D-pick that's in the stash unit and then put it back in the stash unit? I don't know. Let's go find out. Okay, after doing a little bit of forensic analysis, according to the wiki, we need 120 crystal shards in order to craft this thing into the crystal pickaxe with our dragon pick, and it is storable in the stash unit that we already have set up at the soul altar. So I guess we have a new agenda. Luckily, it's in accordance with our old agenda. We just need to grind 120 crystal shards. So we'll probably get like, I don't know, 100 crystal shards, getting our 150 KC at Volcano. And then whatever we don't get, we'll just cap off by doing some corrupted gauntlet or something. But yeah, that is super fucking nice. All right, the last Volcano kill. Hey, for some addy bars. 150 KC completed. We are out of here. Got a nice little haul, like 7,000 adamant bolts if we choose to make those. Only 22 diamonds though, so that's like 200 diamond bolts E. I guess we'll have to go buy some more. However, before we do that, we have some business to take care of. Managed to get like the exact right amount of crystal shards that we need to make the crystal pickaxe. So I'm gonna go ahead and craft it here. Do you wish to proceed? Yes. Boom. Look at that. We now have a crystal pickaxe. What a beautiful sight that is. I have never had crystal equipment before, but I guess that statement is no longer true, which is a pretty nice thing to be able to say. Plus, I guess we have like a crystal shard bank. And now whenever we have like excess crystal shards that I don't know what to do with, we can just throw them in there, right? I'm only 92 mining, so like it'll definitely be nice to use the best pickaxe in the game for the second half of getting 99 whenever we decide to do that. So yeah. That is amazing. So I guess we'll go ahead and store this for the next time that we want to do some mining. All right, I'm going to suicide Hespori now so we can go ahead and process these smithing materials. But yeah, this grind has been kind of nice because a lot of the combat achievements have been getting kind of hard these days. But now that our Volcano log is all filled out, it's just nice to have these like easy tasks sitting around. I think there's still quite a few just like easy random tasks that I haven't done. I could do like a lot of the Chambers of Xeric's tasks in like one run. So the number of combat tasks that we've completed is kind of artificially low. I don't know that I want to make like all 5,600 of these addy bolts into diamond bolts E because I don't know how long I want to stay at bandos, but I'm definitely going to make like, I don't know, 1,000. We'll start off with 1,000 and see how many bandos kills that gets us. All right, well, looks like we ended up making 2,000 diamond bolts E. I've kind of like mentally committed to the idea of grinding a couple hundred KC at bandos to see if we can get the bandos boots, because clearing up the Dragon 2H and looting bag, permanently freeing up 1 inventory space would be like a pretty nice thing to do. So yeah, I think with that, our setup's actually ready. already. Not like crazy or anything, but also not bad. All right, so I have never done this before. I guess let's go ahead and give it our best shot. Well, that was just about the easiest thing I've ever done in my life. Alright, we are approaching the end of our first trip here. 11 kills is what we're at. I feel like I've got the method down pretty well. The only variability in the entire method is based on how you start the kill, depending on how long you wait to run from our start tile to the first tile in the cycle, because that will determine whether or not the minions are off tick. So right now they're currently off tick, which means I could be flicking them. And I'm going to need to get the hang of flicking them if I want to nullify all of the damage, which is the whole point behind the Grandmaster combat achievements. But sometimes the kills are like 3 minutes long, so if we can get lucky on the RNG for like a 1 minute kill, that would kind of help out a lot. But yeah, our first trip is a 12 kill trip. I am optimistic. Oh my god, look at this. This is gonna be so satisfying. God damn it. It would have been satisfying. Oh, our chance of redemption. Look at this, 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 look at this. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, so as I was saying at the end of the last trip, there's a certain layout that we want in terms of the minions and flicking them. Boom. When the blue square crosses that tile that I've got marked, that will set it up the way that we need. We'll tank 1 melee hit and 3 mage hits along this path. And now the ranger and the major are off tick. And I kind of just have to flick the major every time he shoots, because we're not taking any melee damage from the meleeer. We're not taking any range damage from the ranger. So the only thing I have to worry about is flicking the major. And flicking every single one is kind of hard, because sometimes they fall in the same time that I'm supposed to attack the boss and click off. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, but if we do this enough times, we'll eventually just get lucky enough on the RNG to where the major won't hit us for an entire rotation. I think if we do like 100 or 200 kills, we probably should get that completed just by getting lucky. I'm actually realizing that the method that we're using isn't consistent. It seems that the minions have their own spawn timer and they don't really correlate. Like for example, like they spawn like super late right there. So I don't know if I can actually like manipulate whether or not they're off tick. I'll just have to take it as they come. That kill, we only tanked 2 mage hits. I think that's the best we've done so far. So we're definitely getting better at the flicking method. Oh hey, that was 300 KC, so that's a pretty cool milestone. All right, so like I mentioned in the last clip, the thing that we were doing is not going to work. So what you're seeing in this clip is something that is going to work. When done properly, using this method, you will take 0 damage from the boss and the minions. The boss will actually never even attack you. We're using a mechanic called red clicking. Essentially, when done properly, after red clicking onto an item placed on the ground, your character will path in such a way in which the boss will not attack you. I found this method on YouTube by a guy named Mulgoat Kirby. He also streams quite a bit. I've lurked in his stream a few times. Great guy. Definitely go subscribe and follow him. And yeah, this is actually the hardest thing that I've ever had to do in Runescape. Without a doubt, the absolute hardest thing. But we are gonna need to master this if we want to complete the rest of these Grandmaster combat achievements. Oh, Jesus Crooked. Wow, okay, we did. We did it. Wow. Okay, so what you just saw was about, I don't know, like 30 kills of practicing that. I'm like insanely nervous because that's just like kind of stressful. If you mess it up, he just melees you and then it's lights out. Okay, so we got that thing down well enough. I mean, got the Grandmaster combat task. The only other thing we have left to do is the other Grandmaster combat task, where we essentially have to do that twice in a row. And we also have to flick the minions perfectly in between the 2 kills that we do it twice in a row. Yeah, that's a pretty cool thing to get done. Whew, geez, man. I get so nervous, it's so funny. And doing that makes doing this just like an absolute cakewalk. Oh hey, there's a thing on the ground. Nice little God Sword shard number 2. I don't think we'll be picking that up, but that's a cool thing to get. All right, there's another successful trip. That is by far the best we've done in terms of the new method we learned. I think I got 4 kills out of looks like 13 by doing the method properly. And I almost even got 2 kills consecutively, which is the thing that we're trying to do. So I expect we'll probably get it by the time we hit 400 KC. If we don't, that would kind of suck, but we're also here for the Bandos boots too. So I don't really mind grinding this at this point. All right, I just did a perfect kill and perfectly flicked all the minions. Never gotten this far before. We're treading new ground. All I need to do is 1 more perfect kill and we'll have all the combat achievements for Bandos completed. I am incredibly nervous. It's not like a hard method, but in the same way that the fight caves is like quote unquote hard, you're really only just like having to switch your prayer every 3 seconds. That's not hard, but with the nerves and the high stakes due to it being like a time sink if you fail, It's sort of just hard in that sense. This method is actually just like 1 input per tick, a 5-tick cycle. 3 ticks, you're switching your prayers. 1 tick, you're clicking the ground item. 1 tick, you're clicking the boss. The hardest inputs are clicking the ground items because it's a very specific tile that you have to click to. And depending on what items you have on the ground, it can be easier or harder depending on how big their click box is. But yeah, the method in and of itself is not actually a hard thing to do. Oh, we fucking did it? Oh my god, dude. Okay. Jeez. Oh, 371 KC. So I don't know when we started this, but I'm pretty sure it was around 276. So we did 100 KC of that every kill. I'm really, really nervous. It's been really interesting because like I usually don't get this nervous this consistently this many times in such a short amount of time, but like I'm literally like receiving a dose of nervousness, and that's kind of hard to trigger like intentionally, like in a way where you can like I feel like it's just happened so much that I'm like able to be like aware of it, like aware of the nervousness. And like normally you can't like analyze the nervousness because you're too nervous, but like because it's happened so many times, I've been able to like look at it, because I guess like that's how you would cure nervousness, is to analyze it. I mean, that seems like a given, but you can't analyze it because you're too nervous. I don't know if this makes any sense, but Jesus Christ, I think that's probably the hardest thing that I've ever had to do in RuneScape, and it feels really, really good to complete. Yeah. Yeah, that's just great. I guess we'll go ahead and keep doing this until we get, I don't know, maybe 400 KC. Maybe we'll go to 500. I want to see if we can get the Bandos boots. And now with that huge weight off my shoulders, we can actually just sort of relax and enjoy this content. So yeah, I'll let you know when something happens. Okay, I just went back and listened to that clip, and it, like, I forgot to mention that like I sort of feel like I did learn a lot about myself in that grind, because like the way that I got nervous, like I started noticing I would like tense up my whole body, and so I would like consciously relax it. But even the consciously relaxing is like a form of tension, and so like the real answer is to simply relax, like without willing it into existence. But that's easier said than done. Simultaneously, while all this thought is going on, I'm having to do like tick perfect tile specific clicking for like minutes at a time. I feel like it's like a mind expanding experience, because I could never induce that kind of experience. And because the reason I found it nervous was because I found completing the combat achievements important, and so it was like a risky thing. And that just comes from like perceiving meaning and value, and you definitely can't contrive those. It's kind of like in Avatar: The Last Airbender. For those of you who have seen that, there's a scene where the Earth Kingdom general is trying to trigger the Avatar state in the Avatar, and so he tricks the Avatar into thinking that his love Katara has been put in the face of danger, and sure enough the Avatar state triggers. So as an analogy, in some sense I'm tricking myself by entering into this situation in which I become nervous, but in a way in which I'm able to be aware of the nervousness, which is like a profoundly insightful situation, to be aware of one's own emotions when in a state of which those emotions are possessing you. Because when those emotions are possessing you, they've captured your attention and you become caught up in them, and one might allow them to control one's behavior. But yeah, by experiencing this like 100 times over the last 100 KC, it's really weird, but I feel like I got to know myself a lot better. Like how to detach from being possessed by the nervousness. And I guess you could extrapolate that to other emotions too, right? Like how to detach from being possessed by any emotion, perhaps. I don't know, to me that's like incredibly valuable. If that sounds crazy, maybe it's crazy, I don't know. But yeah, I really think that profound insight can come from anywhere, even a 2001 children's medieval clicking simulator. So like that was weird. But anyway, if we open up the log here, we can scroll down to the G's, and we can say GG to Bandos. That is a big old Korean log. So, yeah. Oh my God, Becky, look at those Bandos boots. Holy fuck, I can't believe it. We just completed Bandos. Didn't get a single duplicate. Wow. So I can't believe we just did that. I didn't even see it over there. I am speechless. You guys, we just completed Bandos. I honestly wasn't really expecting to get that. I thought we would just not get it, and then we would just leave without it, and we would drop the Dragon 2H in the looting bag, and wow. I was kind of wanted to stay until 400 KC because I'm probably never going to go back there, but got a little bit destroyed by the minions while I was picking up the loot. Dude, so we completed Bandos. We got to every single thing aside from the pet. No duplicates, not a single duplicate. That's just great, man. That is just great. All right, so the third item in the stash unit with the D2H in the Bandos boots is an obsidian cape. So we're gonna go ahead and sell some chaos runes that we bought so we can get the tackle to buy that. Perfect. Oh man, this is it. This is the place. This is the time. We have the materials. Boom. 1 inventory space permanently cleared up. That is super sexy. For those of you who want more UIM Loki content, I cordially invite you to come join me on Twitch. I'm going to be starting a new sub-series on the channel pretty soon here, and I've already started streaming it on Twitch because I'm just too excited. I'm about to say what the series is, but spoiler alert, if you don't want to hear it, click off the video now. It's over. The video's over. But the series is 500 Theater of Blood or Scythe of Vitter, whichever comes first. So since I've been streaming Theater of Blood the last week, you can probably guess that there is some content that's already happened. So once again, spoiler alert, if you want to come over, just be aware, there's probably stuff. So otherwise, I will see you guys over there. We've been having some really great conversations in the chat lately, and it's just all in all a lovely place to be. And yeah, so with that guys, thank you for watching. Stay safe out there. Take care. Until next time, I love you, and bye. I also want to give a massive shout out to my YouTube members. Coming in at the silver tier, we got Chester, Thornforge, Brendan, Christian, and our newest member, Nihilism, Rip. And at the gold tier, we have Forrest, Iea, Ryan, and recently upgraded from silver tier, Misks. If you'd like to join the list of members supporting the continued production of the channel, feel free to get started by clicking the join button right next to the sub button underneath the video. Otherwise, cheers guys, see you in the next one.